me tell you, if she's president of the United States, nothing's going to happen. It's just going to be talking.
Just said is absolutely false, but I'm not surprised.
You called what you said locker room banter. You described kissing women without consent, grabbing their genitals. That is sexual assault. You bragged that you have sexually assaulted women. Do you understand that?
No, I didn't say that at all. I don't think you understood what was said. This was locker room talk.
You know, with prior Republican nominees for president, I disagreed with them on politics, policies, principles, but I never questioned their fitness to serve. Donald Trump is different.
If you look at Bill Clinton, far worse, minor words, and his was action. He had to pay an $850,000 fine to one of the women, and she talks about words that I said 11 years ago. I think it's disgraceful, and I think she should be ashamed of herself, if you want to know the truth. You get a subpoena, and after getting the subpoena, you delete 33,000 emails, and then you acid wash them, or bleach them, as you would say, a very expensive process. So we're going to get a special prosecutor, and we're going to look into it, because you know what? People have been, their lives have been destroyed for doing 1/5 of what you've done, and it's a disgrace. And honestly, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Secretary Clinton,
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Yeah, because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
Horrible. These are radical Islamic terrorists. And she won't even mention the word, and nor will President Obama. He won't use the term radical Islamic terrorism. Now,
I intend to defeat ISIS, to do so in a coalition with majority Muslim nations. We are not at war with Islam, and it is a mistake, and it plays into the hands of the terrorists to act as though we are.
Would you please explain whether or not the Muslim ban still stands?
it's called extreme vetting.
The Kremlin, meaning Putin and the Russian government, are directing the attacks, the hacking on American accounts to influence our election. And believe me, they're not doing it to get me elected. They're doing it to try to influence the election for Donald Trump. Now, maybe because he wants to do business in Moscow. I don't know the reasons. But we deserve answers.
They like to say the Russians, she doesn't know if it's the Russians doing the hacking. Maybe there is no hacking. I know nothing about Russia. We have a divided nation because people like her, and believe me, she has tremendous hate in her heart.
Secretary Clinton, does Mr. Trump have the discipline to be a good leader?
No.
I'm shocked to hear that.
Well, it's not only my opinion. It's